Hi, second grade. It's Miss Klapp. This week we're doing some more addition like we did last week, only we're adding our extra step of carrying a number over to a different place. So, same thing we did last time. We're going to always open up with a little fact fluency, just like we do in class. Instead of writing it down, you're just going to be calling it out as soon as you hear it. And then I'll tell you the answer so you can kind of check and see how you're doing. Okay, so this is all going to be addition today. Since addition is what we're working on, we want to get your brains all warmed up. Okay? Here's our first one. Call it out. Answer is 9. Remember, when you add 1 to any number, you just go up to the next number. So when you're counting, you say 8, 9. 9 is the next number. This is doubles. 6. If you're not sure the answer, start with 3 because you already know you have 3, and then go 4, 5, 6. Remember, when you add 10 with any single digit number, all you do is replace that in the ones place. So 10 plus 9 gives you 19. Any number plus 0 is always the same, so quick and easy. 5 plus 0 is 5. Same thing for this one. Call it out. 0 plus 2 gives us 2. Since it's a little harder, I'll give you a little extra minute. Okay, so for this one, 5 plus 6 is 11. This one may be a little harder. If one way you can do it is start at the number 6 and then count up 5 more. So say 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Or what you can do is, if you know 5 plus 5 is 10, 6 is 1 more than 5, so it would be up 1 more. So 5 plus 6 would be 11. Same thing, if you know 5 plus 5 is 10, 4 is 1 less, so it'd be 1 less than 10. So your answer is 9. 7 plus 3, 10. Like I said, always start with your big number if you're going to count up. So you would start with 7, 8, 9, 10. Same kind of one, just replace it into the ones place. 10 plus 8 gives you 18. 2 more. 9 plus 2, 9 plus 2 equals 11. Once again, start at your big number 9, go 10, 11. And last one, 3 plus 4. 3 plus 4 is 7, okay? Good, so that just got your brain warmed up a little bit. Now you're ready to do some actual carrying of some numbers. Remember last week we started, you always start in the ones place. Remember, ones place is always furthest to the right. So here's your ones place, here's your ones place, always the furthest to the right. That's always where you start, and then you work your way to the left. So you do your ones first, then your tens, then your hundreds when you're adding. It's really important you don't forget that order. If you do forget that order, it can become a problem for you getting the right answer, okay? So, move over here. I also did a number line at the bottom. Some of you guys like to use number lines. I did mine up to 20 because it's going to be, a lot of the numbers are going to be over 10 since we're carrying. Remember, you can only have 9 in each place. Once you get to 10, you got to carry it over. For your practice today, you guys are going to have some problems to do. You can use your hundreds, tens, and ones place value chart, or you can just line them up and add them. It's whatever works best for you. I'm going to show it both ways, so that way, depending on what way you like best, it makes it a little easier for you to see some examples, okay? So let me tilt it this way a little bit. All right, so for the first one, remember, I'm going to circle. Here's our ones place, okay? So I start in my ones place. So 9 plus 4, okay? So you'd say 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, okay? So you put your 3 here. Now I can't put another number there because I can only have 1 digit under each column, okay? So I'd carry my 1. The reason we're doing this, I will also show it to you over here. I'm going to get a different color, so we have 2 different colors. For 259, 200, so when you say it out loud, sometimes it helps with the place value. 200, so there's 200s. 50, so there'd be 5 tens. and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we're adding our others. I'm going to do mine a different color in pink just so you can see the difference. You can do it all, obviously, in a pen or pencil. It doesn't matter. So I have 100. So 100, 20, B2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So to show why I put a 3 here and carried my 1, we're going to count up first. Remember, you always start in your ones, even when you're doing it this way. So count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Remember, once I get to 9, I have to carry them over. I cannot have more than 9 in an area. So I'm going to count up 10 because I'm moving a 10 over. 10, if you write down the number 10, okay? 10 has ones and a 10. We can't have that in our ones place, only one single digit. So I'm going to loop up 10. I'm just going to draw a little arrow, move it over here, okay? So I moved my 10 over because my 10 goes in my 10's place. My leftover ones, if you look, I have 1, 2, 3, just like I have here, okay? And then I moved my 1 over, just like I did here. So now I'm done with my 1's place. I can move on to my 10's place. So 10's place, line them up, make sure they're lined up properly. 5 plus 2 gives me 7, and don't forget you've got to add that 1 more to give you 8, okay? Double check it over here. Count them all up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 in my 10's place. So I got that right. It's lined up in both the same spots. Now over here, 2 plus 1. If you're not sure what 2 plus 1 is, count them up with your circles. 1, 2, 3. So my answer, 259 plus 124 gives me 383. Okay? So now we're going to move on to the next one. I'm going to move this up a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. There you go. So, same thing. I'm going to start in my 1's place, okay, when I start adding. So first I'm going to draw my picture. I think pictures are a little easier as we're learning how to do it. So 183. So I have 100. 80 means 8 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 3 1s. Okay? Now our next number, 131. That's what we're adding to it. 131 has 100. 30 is 3 10s. And 1. So remember, no section can have more than 9 in them. Once you get to 10, you bundle it up, move it over. Okay? So let's start off here. 3 plus 1. Well, 3 plus 1, we'd start at 3, add 1 more, go to 4. Double check it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we got 4. I'll put it over here also. Now we're in our 10's place, so I'm looking at just where the 8 and the 3 are. 8 plus 3. Well, if I'm not sure, count it up over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So remember, I can't just write down 11. Doesn't work. I put a bundle, remember, 10. So 10 of them go in here, and I move it over. So how many do I have left over in my 10's place after I regroup? I have 1. So 8 plus 3, 11. Remember, you put 1 digit and carry the 1, just like we did. We carried the 1 over here. So now 1 plus 1 plus 1. 1, 2, 3. 3. So 183 plus 131 gives me 314. Okay? Now we're going to move over here. Scooch this up again, sorry, just so you can see a little better. Okay, so I'm going to use green for my top one. You can pick whatever color or do the same color. 556, so 500, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50, so that means 5 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now with my pink marker, I'm going to switch. I'm going to do 236. So 200 means 200s. 30 means 3 10s. And 6 means 6 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, always start in your 1's place, so I'm just looking over here for now. If you know 6 plus 6, is 12. That works. If not, remember you have your number line down here. You can start at 6, hop up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I landed on 12. Okay? Or count up your circles. So I'm going to do it with my circles because remember, once I get to 10, I have to bundle them up and carry it over to the group next door in my tens place. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I got to move it over. Okay? So how many ones do I have left? 2 ones right here. 1, 2. 2 ones left over, just like 6 plus 6 is 12. Put down your 2. Carry your 1. That's what we did. We carried our 1 over here. Now I can add up in my tens place. So I'm looking at my 5 and my 3. Don't forget your extra 1 that you carried over here at the end. So 5 plus 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus 1 more, 9. Okay, remember, 9 is the highest I go. Once I get to 10, I'd have to regroup it. And then 5 plus 2. So 5, 6, 7. If you're not sure, start off at 5, jump up 2, 6, 7. Okay, and you can just make your own number line just like I did. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, or you can make your own hundreds chart and still just keep it for all of our problems. Now this one I put a little star by because this is a tricky one. So this is kind of a challenging one. We did a couple where you carry 1 time. This one we may have to do a little bit of extra work. So this is kind of your like bonus problem. And then we'll go back to 2 regular problems before I tell you what you'll do for your homework. So start over here. 178 means 100. If you say it out loud, it tells you what space. 100, so I'm putting a 1 in the hundreds place. 70, so 70 means 7 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 178, so that means 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch into my pink just so you can see the difference of what we're adding. And we're adding 22. So 22 doesn't have anything in the hundreds, so I don't add anything in here. 20 means 2 tens, so I'd put 2 tens here. And 2 ones. Okay, so remember, as soon as we get to 10, you got to bundle it up, carry it over to the next place. So always start in your ones. 8 plus 2. Okay, if you're not sure, count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can't write down 10. Remember, as soon as I get to 10, I bundle it up and move it over. So, how many do I have left over? I don't have anything left in this column, so I have to put a 0, so I hold that place, okay? There's nothing left over, put down your 0. 8 plus 2, 10, carried my 1 over, just like I did in my picture. Now I'm going to add this column, and this is where it gets a little tricky. This is why it's super important you always start in your ones, because if we didn't, we'd be getting the wrong answer for this next part. So 7 plus 2 plus 1, way up here. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Once again, I have 10. So it doesn't matter what place it's in. You always bundle up 10, move it over to the left one. So moving it over here. Okay, so how many do I have left here? This is similar, same problem, because 1 plus 7 is 8. Plus 2 more gives me 10, just like before. So I put down my 0, I carried my 1. Put down my 0, carrying my 1. So now I have 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 will give us 2. Okay, so 178 plus 22 gives me 200. So be sure you always start in your ones, because had we have not done that, that would have all messed up the rest of our problem. We have 2 more we're going to go through, and then I'm going to give you guys your independent practice. Okay, so I'm going to first draw out 67. I only did tens and ones just because I don't have any hundreds in this problem, but if you want, you can still draw out your hundreds, tens, and ones, and just leave it blank in the hundreds place if you just want to get into the habit of drawing that. So I have 67, so 60 means 6 tens. 7 means 7 ones. Okay, and then plus 15. 15 has 1 10, because here's my tens place, and 5 ones. Okay, so now we're going to always start with our ones place, so we're adding 7 plus 5 first. So if you're not sure, hop down here. Start at 7. You don't count 7 as a jump. That's been an issue a lot of us have faced. It's kind of tricky, but you're starting at 7, so you don't have to count that. Start at 7, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get to 12. Or if you want to do it this way, you can count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So what do we do when we get over the number 9? We got to bundle up a group of 10, carry it over next door to our left. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I move it over. Okay? Just shaded it in dark just so you can see that that was a bundle that we moved over. Excuse me. So we had how many left over? Well, we have 2. 2 pink dots left over. Just like we said, this equals 12, so we got to carry our 1, because remember we carried it over here. Now 6 plus 1 plus 1 or 6 plus 2, to make it a little easier to say. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 67 plus 15 gives us 82. Okay. Now we're on to our last one. I'm going to draw 530. So 500 means there's 5 hundreds in it. Do 5, 30, 3 tens. 30 has nothing. 0 means nothing. So I'm not putting anything in my ones for that problem. I'm going to switch to my pink. 182. So I have 100, 8 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2 in my ones place. So always start in your ones place. So I'm looking right here. 0 plus 2, you guys know it right off the top of your head. That was one of our practice problems. Anything plus 0 stays the same. So 0 plus 2 is still 2. If you're not sure, count them up here. Now I'm going to move to my middle, because remember, you always start on the far right and then work your way left. So 3 plus 8. If you're not sure, remember, even though the 3 comes first on here, when you're adding, start with your bigger number. So you'd start with 8 and hop up 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Or you can count up your circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Remember, once you get to 10, bundle it up, move it over. So I'm going to take 10 of these circles, move it over. Okay? So now, 3 plus 8 is 11. So put down my 1, carry my 1, just like I did here. I have 1 left over, and I carried 1 over. Okay? Now 5 plus 1 plus 1 or 5 plus 2. Count them up. If you want to do 5 plus 2, start at your 5, go 1, 2. Gives us 7. Not sure? Count up your dots. Either way, gives you 7. Okay? So I just want you guys to remember, anytime you're working on this, you always start in your ones place. Once you get above 9, you have to bundle it up into a group of 10 and carry it over, no matter what place value you're at, okay? We're only going up to hundreds, but you could do it for thousands and further. Maybe we'll try some of those our last week as like bonus challenge problems. Write a number line if you need it. If you still have your old hundreds chart, you can use that at any time. The next slide will be what you're going to do at home. So you can always pause that part and then copy down the problems onto paper. You can type them up. You can, however you want to do it, okay? And then, it's hard to see, but up here, just a little reminder, you are important. You are missed so much. I believe in you. You are so smart, and you are loved. So I just want you guys to always remember that second grade teachers love you and miss you, and we're here if you need any help with anything. Reach out to myself, Miss Clothier, Miss Lynn. Doesn't matter which one's your teacher. If there's a video of mine you're not sure about something, you can reach out to me. If something with reading, Miss Lynn, or writing, Miss Clothier. We're all here for you. We all communicate every day, so we can answer your questions as quickly as possible. Okay, so next slide will be all about your homework. So for your independent work that you're going to do at home, there's a couple problems. I gave 7 problems. If there's too many for you, you can modify it and do 5 problems. And you can pick the 5 that you'd like to do. I'd like you to try all 7 if you can, though. So first one is 78 plus 13. Number 2, 149 plus 105. Your third problem, 262 plus 150.